Joining us here on Real Agriculture now, we have Calvin Boggs of True North Foods, just north of Carman, Manitoba. And Calvin, we just toured the newest slaughter plant in Manitoba. Why don't you, for our viewers, explain what's happening here and what the plans are for this slaughter facility?
Okay, well, we're actually involved in hopefully the final stages of completing this plant into a federal plant. It's been a long road to get here, but we're quite happy where we are today. We're almost there, and we'll be able to start marketing beef with a federal stamp out of Manitoba, which is quite a big deal because Manitoba hasn't had a federal beef plant for about 30 years. This plant is a relatively small plant, but it's still a pretty big deal for Manitoba. Eventually we'll be able to kill and process 1,000 cattle or cattle equivalents per week, and that's a pretty decent number to get started with. So we're not doing anything in the way of value added or retail portion cut or anything like that. We're simply a slaughter operation and a block ready fabrication, and that's what we intend to do.
So cattle as well as bison and elk possibilities?
That's right. Our initial certification is for large ruminant, so that includes cattle and the bison. We are also going to pursue getting certified for elk. And then we also would like to offer fee-for-service work for niche market groups, whether that be bison, elk, or organic farmers or grass-fed. People that have their own markets and want to take their product right to market but need a place like ours to put that product into a box for them.
So that means you're both buying cattle and also doing custom work for people coming to you?
That is correct, yeah. That's kind of our two pillars of our business platform, is to provide quality service work for people and also buy the actual commodity and market it as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, for years we've heard about how packing capacity in Canada is underutilized. How do you think this plant fits into the picture? Why do you think this plant works?
It actually fits into that picture surprisingly well. It is true, in North America there is more packing facility than is really needed, and some of it is not utilized. But if you look at it, the overcapacity is coming from areas where there traditionally has been a lot of packing or slaughter capability. Here in Manitoba, in this geographic area, there is not a federal packing plant for 750 miles in either direction, or longer if you go east. So it's a geographical area that makes it unique to this operation here, that makes it so it will work.
Okay, and you're not competing on an efficiency basis with the plants in Alberta, for example?
No, we're not trying to go head to head and say that we're going to kill and process cattle as efficiently as our large competitors. What makes us sustainable is our ability to work in an isolated geographical area, and also our ability to offer service that the big operations can't do, and also to offer traceability aspect and other market enhancements that some of the big players can't do either.
So you can trace a piece of meat in this plant actually from back to the source farm at the end when it comes out in the box?
Yeah, we have the ability, which is pretty unique in the beef industry, to be able to produce a package of meat, whether that be a inside round or whatever. But that package of meat will have all the information right back to the CCA tag number of the animal that it came from and the farm that it came from. So that's really quite unique.
What kind of marketing opportunities does that open?
For customers that are very concerned about that, and here in North America there's some interest in that, but there isn't nearly as much as overseas. Like China, for instance, is a country that is really, really interested in being able to provide traceability right back to the country, farm, and producer and animal that the product came from. Also other marketplaces like Europe, these things are important there. In North America, it's not as significant, but around the world it is becoming more significant.
Having that traceability does also impact your efficiency, though, in terms of you're actually keeping you're moving animals through one at a time. There's not much mixing inside your plant?
That's right. To achieve that traceability, of course, you have to keep the carcass segregated from other carcasses. And that's what's really different about our plant in the way we do things. Large slaughter plants run on a economy of scale and an assembly line, and once an animal goes in there, everything is mixed together with other animals, and that's you can't get traceability that way.
Mm-hmm. So finally, are you, when you look back at this process, has it gone as you planned, or has it been more difficult than what you thought in terms of, it's been a while that you've been hoping to get the federal status. That's probably been one of the bigger milestones that needs to be reached yet?
It's been considerably more difficult than I would have ever imagined. I knew it would be a very big challenge. I knew it would be hard, but it has been definitely more challenges and a time factor. Like I didn't think it would take as long, and it just seems to take an awfully long time to get this done.
All right. Well, thanks for taking some time to chat with us, Kelvin.
You're very welcome.